What up? What up? What up? How's it going, y'all? So I realized my title is wrong. I got a promotion. I'm now 602. My profile or the name of my stream says 705. It's alright. We'll update it for the next one. Intro song. Don't forget that like, comment if you want, share it. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe. Appreciate it. Here we go. Oh man, server rest. Oh, son of a bitch. Server's restarting apparently. I thought it was switched to 2 a.m. Well, that kind of sucks. So we'll just switch to this. I'll have to disconnect. Wait for the server to restart. Connect. What's going on? Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in no time. Just gotta wait for the server to recycle. I could have sworn it was in 2 hours. We'll give it a shot. Ah, we're slowly loading back in. Here we go with the intro. Friends. Low rider. Low rider. A little higher. Slow up. Alright, now we'll get into it. Oh, this damn outfit, man. It's not even in my saved outfits. Not sure why it keeps... Yeah, I don't know if I need a uniform change or not. Me being a senior deputy. Yes, I was a deputy too, and then I just got promoted today while I was at work, so that was pretty awesome. Yeah. Ooh, I do get an outfit change. So we'll head inside, head to the locker. Oh, I guess I can't go through that door. I gotta go through the garage. Don't run me over now. Could have brought my truck in, but that's alright. Ugh, closing on my head.
Can't punch the sheriff, bro. Beat the fuck out of you.
Okay.
Pretty sure the locker room's downstairs. Gonna try to find it.
Fucking station.
We were just in here.
Through the fucking station. Can you
Come upstairs if you're in city. Come upstairs. We're in the briefing room. We're gonna go to some training.
I guess we're gonna do some training first.
all of us are? Oh my god.
Where's Deckard? We need Deckard for
We're
this.
just going.
Sir, yes, sir!
Sir, yes, sir.
This ain't the locker room.
Oh, come on!
I don't know my way around this station yet.
Hey.
This isn't the locker room.
Anyone know if the armory's working now?
It's been working.
Here we go.
Was not working.
Here we go.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I can't see. That's cool.
On the scene I was on earlier, the dude was refusing to get out of the car, so I went to go.
Alright, it's alright. We'll change it anyway.
Didn't do anything. I was like, what?
Alright, so let's see. Jackets. It's now.
Where's my bonus for riding them?
And then one decals. It's 3.
Sam, where's my bonus for coming back?
I wasn't even there for issuing them or serving them.
Okay.
Now I gotta head upstairs. Fuck, wrong door.
Oh, yeah,
Open up.
I haven't messed up that I know of.
Oh, just wait till we're done today.
Okay.
Oof. Hey, if y'all want to see what not to do on a scene, I got a pretty good clip of one. Got a clip of the sheriff over here.
Training ones was that 1 day, so don't worry about it.
Hour max. That's max. That's why I said 45 minutes.
Alright, when's start time?
When we get on
over
scene.
there.
Okay.
And
Can I put my arm down now? This
yeah,
shit hurts.
You can put your arm
Okay,
We're inside. You know,
Um,
salute inside, doofus.
I do.
Joke.
Cause I'm cool.
Hey, the corporal over here. He's got a mess up. He doesn't have a second hashtag on his arm.
Where's your second hashtag?
I thought I was only supposed to have one.
No, that's senior dep.
If you would look at
Hey,
the fucking
there's blue.
I did. I went through it. It said that I was only supposed to have one. That guy's going ham.
Alright,
Someone hit a fire hydrant.
Oh,
Where are we
there's a
going?
hat. Turn that hat around.
Do I get to stand up here now?
Ooh.
Let's go.
I think you
Well, sorry to
Where
me.
are we going?
I need at least
mow my
2 heats and everybody else in patrol cars.
Shown patrol vehicles, meet at Pacific. Please don't kill anybody, just drive normally, 7090 Pacific Bank.
I don't think you're supposed to do that. I want that.
Is Henry good?
Get right in the SWAT truck. Yeah, if you can fit in the SWAT truck, get it.
I don't know what garage this is.
Looks good. I'm not gonna put on SWAT stuff right now, my guy. It's literally just a training.
I'm just driving my truck.
Truck on a sax.
I can get on the side.
When you can do the job correctly, you can look cool.
My truck's in the other garage.
So we have multiple people in the same unit, that way we get less headaches.
I gotta run all the way down here.
I 5423 on scene.
Probably about 8 or so cars on scene.
804 plus 1 en route.
497.
Do you want us to go ahead and set up our vehicles or just park?
Just park and wait for Fitz to show up and tell you where to. We'll wait till everybody gets there. Just park.
Okay.
602's en route.
Plus 1.
602's 23.
Or show me 23, you'll see. 101, 1023. My bad, truck didn't.
You're good. I don't know if it's locked or unlocked now. Okay, we're good. It's locked.
307. Just to let you know, you spelt your last name in all caps. Just to let you know.
That's because Sax can't spell.
Hey, are y'all upstairs or y'all at the Pacific?
We're at the Pacific Bank waiting for.
There.
Oh yeah. I gotcha.
Hey, Sax,
can
just
see
tell
that.
him it's not your fault you need to be noticed.
Oh, they know shit.
I hate it when we do sometimes.
Hello, Miss Lee.
Alright. Oh, hey, cool. Hey, I see at least a charger down there. I got
There's a C8 right there, bro.
an actual heat and a possible heat. Okay, works for me.
Okay. Yeah,
And
we got two
two Tahoes, which could be considered, heat vehicles. They go like 230. So
Yeah.
Not anymore, they don't.
Mine
yeah, they
still
do.
does.
Mine
I
does.
was gonna
Mine still
say,
goes like
yeah.
210,
They still do?
220.
Okay, well, alrighty then.
A full upgrade, baby. Yeah, I got a grappler.
Though that thing right there, the K9 Tahoe, it goes like 250 still.
Alrighty then.
And just the Durango, the K9 Explorer, and a few others got completely crapped on.
Let's go set up signs on the hill over. Oh, there's already a sign there. We got signs on all four corners.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we do. All right, cool.
55923.
We got one over here.
I want to put my arm down my chest.
the Gurkha, please.
10-4.
You said 559 or 554? I think you said 559. I'm gonna go
559.
Big brain.
It's a two-part deal. He's negotiating. He's negotiating techniques, and then we're going to talk about if we ever
Just tuning in. Leave a like, comment, share.
Thank you.
Feel free to hit that subscribe. Appreciate it. We're up at the Pacific Bank for doing a little training exercise. Not sure what exactly we're doing, but I guess we'll find
Yeah,
out.
they can still sell them, but they can't go out to get them.
All right.
Where is it?
North Toledo Cove.
Right over here, Deckard.
Oh,
I'll
I
give
see
you
it.
30 minutes here in a little bit. You need to get ready to start teaching some negotiation techniques. Okay. You got your list beside you, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
So, basic thing here we see a lot. Everybody gets a call to this bank. Y'all haul ass. Y'all park damn near wherever you want to around it. In the future, for better response, when we pull on scene here, he's even got the Tim out there for us. Try and make sure you have
804 to 101. The person that placed it has to get rid of it.
Okay.
be sure you
Have
have
you guys
at
started
least
the
2
bank yet?
heat units. I mean legit actual highway heat units on scene. If you don't see 2, request 1 immediately. Then everybody else can follow in task. So, when we roll up here, we always know first thing we do is we park here.
Sex, what is this sign?
Park here, and what do? They shoot out through the middle. You guys are all facing each other, and you can't get out in time. And by the time you get turned around out, they're freaking gone, especially with the new TRXs and all the stuff they have. So, and I've watched it time and time again from way up there.
We don't really need a tent. Who put this tent?
So when we pull in, we're gonna stage
Sex, get rid of the...
your negotiating unit. This way. The only thing this vehicle is gonna do, this should not be a heat unit. This should not be anything high tech. It should definitely not be a grapple unit. This unit right here is negotiator. This is first on scene / scene command. You don't move that vehicle until everything's clear. So don't worry about it. You're gonna pull up here, however, where you can get around 2 vehicles. Make sure you give them room facing away, so when you step out of your vehicle, you're not stepped out showing your ass to the world over there. So give me a Caprice right here, looking that way, please. Who's got a Caprice or a Tahoe? I don't care, either one.
Dimitri's running.
Yeah, somebody's running it.
That's gonna be your first unit on scene, so let's give him room to get parked in here. Let's see how he parks.
Driving on this.
Everybody over.
I know, right? Just killed everyone.
Oh jeez.
He's got some headache. He's got some gliding issues.
Yeah, he's surfing.
That'll work. As long as you can get cover behind your car. Like I said, if we ever enter this place. So, first unit. Then, next.
That's, can you shout?
Go ahead with that.
Can you shout?
Oh, I hate shouting. But yes, I can shout. Is that better?
No.
I think you.
Better. Better. How about now?
No.
What? Megaphone.
There it goes.
God. I'm having the biggest headache on my life. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Does this work? This work?
I don't know. Can
I
people in the
still
back
gotta be
hear?
quiet because I got people behind me and my head's sleeping. So, next unit on scene. Let's bring a Tahoe up here. Here we second unit in. How are you gonna park when you come on this scene?
What? Oh. Okay.
Well, you can't park there.
Can I shoot him?
You want me to go?
I mean, just got rid of her fucking thing.
I need a
Fucking idiot.
to my location.
I got a drink, I'll get it.
Either one will work. Your second unit on scene.
Pacific Banks. I put Banks. That's funny.
All crime
Speaking of which, we should all go off duty until Evangelico goes on.
Hey, he's fucking
Oh, like
going up.
suspicious boat. There you go.
You would block off those lanes right over here.
Dead.
Remember,
I was gonna have him park and then tell him where to go after he parked. I wanted to see where he was gonna pull in at.
he asked. So I was
Well, I
just,
think he's still gonna pull in somewhere weird.
Where's he going? Where is he?
He's making a big loop.
He's gonna sit over there. Somebody. Bruh.
Right.
Kill myself.
Right here.
That's way too far back.
Dun,
He's
dun,
out of Brooklyn, so it's like 8
dun.
miles just to get over here.
Let me be. Say that again one more time.
Let me be like you, my boy.
Oh, this guy's head pop.
Okay.
What is this? D.
You want to farther up, block of traffic?
Yeah, just like that.
You turn off your lights though, we got a lot of cars here trying to blow people's... Thank you.
Andejo.
Booyah.
Actually, everybody that's got lights on minus the Gurkha, please shut them off right now.
Just that other fucking Caprice.
Are you rude or what?
I'll push you if I want to.
There we go. That should help the text a little bit. All right. So, how many cars use the Gurkha is the getaway vehicle? Let's put it that way. You have primary right here. This person's either going to be scene command, most likely, negotiator, possibly, but for sure, one of the two. This vehicle back here is blocking oncoming traffic down these two lanes. A heat unit should pull in and basically be staged right here, facing that way.
Somebody grab my heat unit and get over here.
He's getting the C8. So give him room to park.
Like there's any coverage.
Not necessarily for cover. He shouldn't be out of his vehicle anyway. Technically, he should not be out of his vehicle. All right, you're heat one. So primarily, a heat unit gets on scene. You do not get out of that vehicle because you are the first line of attack when they take off. So when we have one here, whoever's sitting in this one, position yourself kind of in this area, but try and use like the Caprice. Hopefully the first person on scene has a Tahoe. Kind of use that Tahoe to protect your head a little bit, you know, back up a little bit so they're just not pop out the window, peek you and pop you in the forehead, because these guys will do it if they ever have to.
Keep the gunning away.
Just to clarify, if they start shooting, we're allowed to shoot from our vehicles, right? Like
Yes,
in
yes.
A pursuit or anything?
We'll do some pursuit trainings. We'll definitely do some. Yeah, you can shoot your pistol out of. We need to practice that moving shot. I mean, it's very effectively. So, I mean, but okay. So my second unit will be what? My Charger. Charger needs to go catty corner from this heat unit, right over there on that corner, facing the heat unit. These two need to be facing each other, and I'll explain why here in a minute.
So real quick, back to the scene command. The scene command, it does not matter what rank you are, correct?
No, scene command is first person on scene. If you're the first person on scene, you establish command. If somebody pulls in behind you that's higher rank and you're not comfortable with it, you can pass command to that person. But if they don't want it, you're stuck with it. So the first unit on scene will always be scene command.
Got it.
You're the first
Just
line of
making sure.
defense. Yep, you're the eyes and ears when everybody first gets here. Scene command will also tend to be first line negotiations. Like if you're waiting for people and you're trying to buy time, you might walk up there and try and hold a conversation, kind of get an idea of how many of the people they have, so you can be putting on the radio for everybody, so we know what we're driving into. Like I said, the secondary heat unit, but right over there, catty corner of this C8. They're behind the Tahoe. Who is my second heat unit?
Here, do you think the locals will stop walking down the? I wonder if that works.
I don't think you have another heat unit. Just have somebody put their car where you would want it.
All right. Well, do we have at least a Charger?
Oh, we did. Who's got A1?
Wait, his head may have popped. Someone's head popped in there.
Mine
I
did.
brought a heat charger. I'm drunk as heck.
I'm
I was gonna say, I could have swore I saw a heat charger.
He said I'm drunk.
Got a helicopter overhead.
It's
a
local.
I don't think that's a local.
Shoot it down.
It's wobbling a hell of a
No,
lot.
that's not a local.
Yes, it is. There's 3 helicopters that come through this area.
But not those
that
are
are
Yeah,
locals.
but not
Those
that
are
low and
Froggers.
they don't wobble like that.
I mean, if it's such a local, why don't you shoot at it? Just kidding, don't.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
You gotta ruin the fun.
Okay, starting here. Who can tell me why we set heat units up just like that?
So they can take.
One at a time.
Gotcha.
Exactly. So if they shoot out and go that way, down the street, they can follow. If they go this way, they can follow. You know, you've got all 4 corners quickly. And you're, like I said, when they take off in high-speed cars, you're the first ones up there, you know, especially we get Bugattis and TRXs and stuff like that. You know, we want to be able easy access, easy to get out, quick maneuver. Like I said, the heat unit drivers should never be out of their vehicle unless we end up having a shootout here. But if it's just negotiations, we're ready for a chase, you guys just stay in your vehicles or super close to them. That way, when it's time to go, you can roll.
There's a very important point about that, though, Russell. We gotta make sure we don't have both cars come out and smack each other right in the middle of the road. Because
Yeah, you gotta be smart about it. You gotta be smart about
how many. That's like every.
So basically,
place
here,
we
okay.
smack each other right here.
Here's the deal. If these cars, exactly, this car right here should go out first down the hill, or go out first going down the road, east of us, and vice versa for the other one. So you're doing an X pattern. So you know, if you're on this side, they whip out and take off east down the highway. This unit will be the first one out. He should be directly behind in his Charger ready to go, and his heat unit ready to go. Type deal. You know, that's just how we set. That's the way it's there.
So if,
You just got it's Y. So
if
the Y letter. That's the directions you travel first.
if we need the heat units for, say, it's like a Bugatti or TRX, are the heat units taking primary and secondary in the chase?
If they can temporarily, yes, until 11050s. The other thing about that is we have 2 high-speed cars pull out. You heat drivers you'll be told if Scene Command does their job like they're supposed to, you'll be told, hey, C8, you're taking the TRX, Charger, you're taking the BMW or whatever we have. You know, identify which ones you're chasing there too. Now, if you guys are both one car and they both take off, yes, you are secondary and primary. You've all had training with that. I know about it. Just watched a little bit earlier. You know, if you're in a heat car, you should be good. Make sure your muscles are all set to where you can drive and talk at the same time. Pretty simple. Yeah, the next unit on scene, we'll bring a Tahoe. First question, what's the max number of cars we can have here?
8.
5, depending on if it's one vehicle, it's 5, 2, 8.
Exactly. So this person right here that's on scene first should be letting everybody know, hey, we've got 1 vehicle outside. That's all you got to say, 1 vehicle outside. That'll let people know if we've got 21 people in the city, 4 heat units, and everybody else is in a freaking normal vehicle. We only need maybe 2 heat units here. We don't need the whole freaking department pulling in on here.
Same helicopter.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it down.
Telling you, it's a low.
So if I shoot at it, it won't matter.
It's not a local at all.
No, that thing is wobbling
Yeah,
way
it's
too
a
much.
local. I'm telling you, bro.
That is not a
Yo.
local.
It's following the same
Yes.
pattern.
I don't think so.
That's what I've been told by you and other.
How about
I thought it was 8, max of 8.
If it's the generals, like the stores, the stores you only need like 2 or 3 anyways. You don't need to put 5 cars on there.
I said 6 last.
If it's a Pacific Bank or Polito, you can have 8 cars there.
Okay.
If it's like a jewelry store or like one of the small banks, then it's 5.
Okay.
Regardless of how many, if they have 2 people at this bank, it doesn't matter. We can have 8 cars here.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
There was that
So-
fight at Vangelico when I first got hired.
So
I
technically
guess
right
while
now.
we're talking about that real quick, there's been a couple reports of like 6 cops pulling up to a stolen vehicle. That's way too many.
Yeah.
We don't need more than 2 or 3 maximum.
3 most. I mean, if you've got
Yeah, for real.
you know, we've got another thing, Sam had talked about it. It's up to him when it happens. I mean, we keep getting 17, 18, 20 people in. We're going to start dividing everybody out anyway. So,
Yeah.
be going in different areas, and that's where you say, which we're getting real good about. Some of you will go up north and all patrol, Toledo, Sandy, whatever. That's awesome. I'd like to keep doing that. That spread they're about. But for those ones that are up north, if there's something going on down here in the city, do not code 3 it out of your area. Wait, because where do 90% of these chases end up?
in
Smurford
Polito
Way.
or Sandy?
Exactly. So if we're on a 2-minute timer or a 3-minute timer for a pit or a grapple, if you guys are down the road about 2 minutes and you're already set up and you're ready to roll, and you can see us coming, you can get in position and snag them right off the side of the road without just tell everybody you're back, tell everybody coming in, back off, whatever, and you do your job. The thing they get is that they can outrun the cars, they can outdrive us, but they cannot outrun our radio communications. So the more people we let know, hey, they're headed north, you guys are patrolling up north in Sandy and Pleto, you move to whichever intersect, if they're on Sonora Freeway, you move to that side. If they're on Gray Ocean Highway, you move to that side and you wait along the highway. Catch them by surprise because they're not looking for that.
Right,
Everything
this
okay?
gonna drive right up to us.
They're not. Whatever. Okay. So technically we have 4 cars on scene, so we're allowed 4 more. Let's bring in 4 more cars. I just want you guys to park them where you would normally park them, and we're going to see if you're close. Keep in mind, you don't want to block the heat units. Ways out.
What is Sex doing?
If it's a known, like if me or Samurai or a number of these people, we run that tag on that car, which we're going to discuss here in a minute once we get cars positioned. Yeah, Hassel's on his Wi-Fi. It don't work all the time.
You mean his connection to life, Russell?
Huh?
You mean his connection to life? I don't know. What
His
Wi-Fi is.
His Wi-Fi to life. Wi-Fi to
I
life.
don't know what Wi-Fi is. Like, do not use the internet, Sex? Like, what?
His Wi-Fi to life.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Sex,
All right.
Sex lives in the olden ages. He doesn't use Wi-Fi.
Use telecommunication. Telegram.
So
communication.
this truck over here, that's actually pretty good positioning. I would almost prefer you pull ahead, because like I said, you want to, in case we get a shootout, you want to protect the guys in the heat units. Because they pop out.
You mean like closer up here, or
Yeah, like more into the
closer to
intersection?
the bank?
No, like more into the intersection, like right about here.
Okay.
There you go. And like I said, the point of this is
It is car breakdown?
you are trying to get set up, plus in that position you're in right there, the heat unit can still go in front of you and you don't interfere with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who parked the Tahoe across the street?
I did.
I think my connection to life is fucking.
Okay, on this one, kind of the same principle.
Why does it just stay in one area?
In this area, facing. Really? Damn.
There's slick concrete out here.
I'm gonna fucking put a bullet in you next time.
Can't drive, can't run either.
So let's bring the Tahoe behind me up to right about where I'm at.
He's picking up.
Sheriff's gotta be walked over here, he's struggling.
Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. There you go. Now we're up to 6.
What about this back door over here?
We're gonna talk about that. I haven't got to
Oh,
that yet.
my bad. Sorry.
That's on the list. It's on the list. So we're gonna say this is good. These 6 cars right here are fine. The Caprice, we'll call the Caprice good where he's at. Because the point is, you kind of want to. The other thing you can do with parking your vehicles is you kind of want to funnel the people as they leave in the direction you want them to go. So if you want to push them down this road and get them out a little bit harder, you can stack the opposite side a little bit deeper to make them second guess it. Because right now they're going to shoot out and they're going to try and most likely run up right there in that hole that's up the freaking highway. The 8th car on scene. We're going to do something with it. Nobody, very few, I can't say nobody, very few think about. Follow me.
Oh, yeah,
Fucking
6
army
cars
running.
We have
shit,
7.
my
A bunch of stormtroopers.
I would be very scared
Right.
if I seen this many officers behind me.
That 8th car.
I literally built an army as the fucking sheriff, dude. I built an army. Who's this guy?
100%. I don't know. What up, bro?
He's just chilling.
What up, bro?
That 8th
God,
car.
he's standing here and everyone just flonks him.
That 8th car is
He
gonna
would
pull
definitely
in.
be scared.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Sam.
god, Sam.
Sorry, I just wanted to shoot somebody
Get
today.
back up.
The
You're
8th
alive.
car.
He's not dead.
Really?
That's crazy.
He wasn't
The
dead.
8th car is gonna pull in as a normal, facing the opposite direction, keeping your driver's side away from the hot zone, and we're gonna block and watch this alleyway because there is a way out of the bank back here.
Yes, sir.
How many people knew about that?
Kinda, sorta.
I know where it is.
The ones who have criminal cousins usually know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Reina and Dimitri go, I do.
So, I mean, if you've got one unit out of the 8 sitting right back here, dude, you're not going to worry about being in the chase. Your job is to keep from coming out the backside of this bank, because there could be a car parked back here. You don't know what's back here.
And they'll climb down that fucking ladder and get the fuck out. I've seen it happen before.
I can promise you, my cram cousin will park a vehicle in this alleyway, and if that front end's stacked, I'm going out the back door, and nobody's going to see me leave while everybody else goes to the front. Just saying. What? I've done it a few times.
So question, if there's
You
8
have?
ground units, are we allowed to still have Air 1, or does it have to be 7 ground units?
Nope, Air 1 does not count as a ground unit.
Air 1
Air
doesn't
1 is
count,
support.
I am just
I
making
mean, the
sure.
only thing Air 1 is eyes in the sky. We have no way of grappling. We have no way of, well, we do have ways of hitting, but technically
We've
we
done
are
it
not
before.
there. We are not there to pit or grapple. We are literally there to help the guys on the ground keep eyes on them.
I've seen a helicopter pit somebody before.
I have too.
I have done a helicopter pit before.
I've hit somebody before.
So, I mean, yeah, keep that in mind. Like I said, this hole right here, very few, I don't know how many times I pull up here and nobody's watching this back door, ever. So, the 8th vehicle on scene, this is your spot. Once everybody clears out and you know the bank is empty, then you can try and catch in the tail end of the pursuit. But like I said, we don't need 15, 20 people chasing one car. That's how we get headaches. That's how we get major 1050s. And then we also are going to work on the staggering and the people that have shit Wi-Fi. No names being named. Connection to life over Wi-Fi to life over here. They don't need to be chasing. They don't need primary.
Wi-Fi to life.
Wi-Fi to life does not need to be in freaking lead of any pack. They need to be tail gunning because they cause a lot of wrecks. Do it.
Smack it.
What, am I wrong?
I don't cause wrecks. People sneak into the back of me.
Have you?
Sax?
Okay,
Sax,
Sax.
you pop back every 10 seconds. So of course, someone's gonna smack the shit out of you.
Okay, it's not my fault.
That is your Wi-Fi to life fault. That's what I'm saying. So listen to me when I say, if you know, whoever's in here knows you have a not so great connection to life, keep that in mind when you're going, because that's what causes a lot of wrecks. Is people be hauling balls, mock Jesus, the guy in front of them headaches, and guess what? The whole every cruiser and deals in the tail end of that fucking car.
Do you realize why I just follow the pursuit with just my lights on at like 2 miles distance?
I've also seen you pass people and knock people off the road to try and get in the front of that pack too, Sax. So
I normally don't do that. That's my headaches doing that.
hence, stay in the back. Or just don't pursue. Stay on scene and freaking secure the scene and make sure there's no evidence inside this building. If you know it. I mean, that goes not just to him, it's everybody.
You got 10 minutes till it's 45 minutes.
Oh shit. Okay, let's get inside then.
Where's the last
We
car?
didn't get here exactly at the fucking hour.
We ain't gonna worry about the last car. We know it's supposed to be there.
2, 3, 4.
Tackle somebody from here? Yeah, I can. Loser.
What the?
Good job, guys.
That's fine.
What happened to that guy?
Alright.
Alright, how many
we're
people?
going inside? Oh no.
Well, we're gonna start right here and then move our way in. How many people have actually?
What the fuck?
We do not have time to grab paychecks right this minute. You can grab it when we're done.
I already grabbed it.
This is, if we ever enter this building, this is the first room that they're going to catch you in, and it's going to be the first room they try and screw your life up in. When you peek this door, I'll show you the difference. Some people know it, some people don't. Stay in there.
We'll just lay down.
Hey, we can't hear you through the door.
Somebody get away from
the door. Exactly. If I'm standing out here, you can't hear me. So when you're up here negotiating and you're talking to this wall, there ain't nobody knows anything's going on. Yeah, just like this. Now you can be heard.
Can we
No,
shoot
you
through
ain't
the
gotta
door?
go all the way in. Plus, when you're in this position right here, it gives you a chance to stick your eyes inside the room and you look. Okay, how many hostages do I see? Are they in the front room? You know, do we have a dead body laying here that was a hostage that they didn't feed or water? You know, if that first
Feed or water their hostage like a pet.
well, technically, a hostage is at their disposal, so I mean that's kind of what it is. It's their responsibility to keep that hostage alive.
We also have something else that you utilize as well.
At the back door or the side door.
Cameras.
If they work.
in here. They don't work in here.
If they work. Nope.
Damn.
That's why I said you gotta be smart about it. So just like yesterday's a prime example. We had a call here. Somebody knew there was a dead hostage inside this area that they thought was a
Cameras work.
hostage. Did they get him fixed?
Yeah, I'm looking at you guys right now.
Since when did they get?
About to say, I think the cameras work.
You spin me right
They stopped working for a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. We can utilize them cameras.
Yeah, if the cameras work, I'm going by if we don't, because I didn't know they worked. I hadn't tried them for a while. Last time I tried them, they did not work.
We got
But
two
anyways,
cameras.
so if you got cameras that work, then you need the scene command
Just the
needs
lobby
this.
one works.
Okay, just this area right here.
Yep.
So, you know, we had a deal here yesterday where they were calling, you know, 2 hostages, one's down. If that was literally a hostage that was down, this bank should have been secured and a perimeter set up, and we never should have let them leave the building. They never should have left because that is not part of the game. You know, they've got to keep their hostages alive because that, in our case, our primary job is to save ourselves, save our hostages, serve duty. You know, we got to make those, keep it on, but you got to keep in mind, it sounds horrible, but you yourself are always number one in any situation. Keep yourself safe. Don't put yourself out there. Don't be the solo cowboy that likes to run up on people that are known for shooting one at a time and get flat backed, and we get a panic, and then we got to fly overhead with a Air 1 and put a pistol shot down range, and the dude goes, oh, fuck, I'm done, and we get him. It always happened that way. So if they've got hostages and they can verify a proof of life, they can no longer use locals out here in the city streets. They have to use a player hostage, a civilian hostage.
There you go.
Make sure they proof of life. If nothing else, have them bring that hostage to the door, and you ask them, hey, are you good? You got food, you got water, so on and so forth. You know, they have to prove life. If they cannot prove life to you guys, this becomes a hostile environment very quickly. So if we get hostages and they say, oh, I've got 5 hostages, and you ask to see them, you want proof of life, and they refuse to give you proof of life, you
Hey,
step
what
back
up?
out, you let everybody know, hey, they're refusing proof of life. What's the next step? Sam, what's the next step if they can't prove life?
We're gonna fucking move in and kill them all.
Bullseye.
Say SWAT.
SWAT activates, they take over, and we go from there.
And it don't necessarily have to be SWAT. I mean, if you've got enough people, by the time we're done, SWAT will be there to help. But I want to have everyone in this room with the same knowledge that SWAT has. I want you to know how to work a building. That's a whole nother class for a whole nother day, and it's going to be small groups at a time. But I mean, that's one thing. You've got to have proof of hostage. Like I said, if they refuse that proof of hostage, back out, give them a few minutes, ask them again, and inform them if you cannot prove life of this hostage, we are going to activate and breach. It's that bad, and you'll let them think about it for a little bit. Give them a little bit of time because they're back there blowing safes up and doing whatever they do downstairs. And I promise you, the next time somebody that's supposed to be inside this bank appears out there because they screwed up, handcuff that mofo and put him in the back of your car. There's no free runs. These guys are taking advantage of those, and they use it. And every time that dude pops out here and comes running down the street saying he was thrown out of this bank doing the vault job, he's also had time to look where everybody's at. How many cars are out there? What's out there? So keep that in mind. I mean, if they pop out like that again, don't let them back in the building. I don't care if it screws their robbery up or not. They got to be smart about it. Because if I'm correct, the only time you get thrown back out when you screw up, right, Sam?
Yep.
That means they did not complete a task within the bank. So, don't give them another chance. So, proof of hostage. And I said, and for God's sakes, scene command, first thing you do before you even try and talk to anybody, get your little handy dandy phone out here. Make sure you have that nice little MDT app on your phone. And you walk up to these cars and you make sure you scan those tags and let somebody know who owns those vehicles. That way somebody can put it in an MDT and lock it or write it down real quick. So if they get away and somebody 1050s or code zeros and loses the pursuit and loses their tag because they code zeroed, somebody still has it.
If
You
you
can't-
angle your car right with your plate reader, you can hit them too from your car, so it doesn't just have to be scene command. Anyone on scene not doing
Yeah.
anything.
I'm saying that's just getting the habit because you ain't got to make contact with these people immediately. I mean, if they hit and run and do some more of those, that's going to be an issue. You know, that's going to be something to send in a prayer on up because they're not really pulling with us. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So, but like I said, that first person, make sure before you even knock on this door, hey, go out there. I got 2 cars. Car number 1, brief description belongs to so and so. Car number 2, brief description color belongs to so and so. And heaven forbid, somebody that's listening on the other end of the radio, make sure you remember that or write it down for them, because that's going to save a lot of issues. Because if these people get away and we get a bolo on them, guess what? We can always find them later. And keep in mind, and Slaughter Gang, and there's going to be more gangs that are going to continue to try and do it, like funneling us down these windy roads to thin our numbers out, and they go right into a kill box. They thin the numbers out. There's another thing you can do. If we have units up north and we know they're going that way, a unit can roll up there, a couple can roll up in front of that chicken factory and be waiting for them, and either meet them with fire or maybe deter them from pulling in there as easy. You know, we can't let them get it dug in, because that's what always gets us, is they get up there, they get dug in. By the time we get there, they're set. And there's places inside that chicken factory, Sam can vouch for it. Those guys are glitching a wall and hiding because infrared don't pick them up. Nothing picks them up, but they can still snap shoot you like no tomorrow. Because I flew that drone over that deal yesterday multiple times, and I could not find the one guy until his head popped. Then I finally found it, and that's the dude that ended up walking down the street.
If you hide in the oil in the chicken factory, that's what that is.
Well, I just know that's what they're doing. I mean, they're exploiting glitches in the city is what they're doing, which is part of it. We just got to be smart about it. Basically, I mean, it's kind of a brief run through. 45 minutes is what it's going to be, but hey, whatever. But how this is set up out here, this is how you want roughly. It ain't got to be identical to how. That's what you do. You want your heat units where they can get out easy. The ones, just keep in mind, if you've got a heat unit over here on the other side of the Gurkha where the C8's at, and these dudes pull out and go that way, he's going to be your primary car on that chase. And if that Charger can get whipped around safely, guess what? He's going to be your secondary. Everybody else fall in line. Stagger. Use both lanes of that highway if you need to, but do not nose tail each other as we go down the highway. Anybody got any questions? Anything they want to add?
No, you
Hey,
could get a shot on that C8 from here, so probably the Ram would be a little bit
too far forward?
Yeah, I think it's a little too far forward, because you could get a shot from here.
It's either that or the C8's too far back. One of the two. So yeah, I mean, it's something you got to look at. I mean, that's something you got to keep in mind, though. When you do that, you got to protect, especially bigger vehicles like the Tahoe and stuff. Protect the smaller ones behind you. So yeah, if that C8 was a little bit farther forwards in line with that Dodge, and we had this Caprice over here, maybe backed up closer, or this Tahoe here, between here and the Dodge, or in the red zone of the crosswalk, would be better.
Hey, don't we actually have a tracker we can put in the cars as well?
If you have time, yes. But
No. It got taken out.
No,
we
we
don't
don't
have
have
one.
one.
Never mind. Plus, if you do this right and you kind of hide those pursuit cars, like the high-speed cars, they're not going to say, and I don't think they can. Can they, Sam, request no heat? We had that conversation the other night.
It's a
Is that a-
government. I have to find out because honestly, don't
Is that
know
a
what the-
viable request, considering those are actually our patrol units as well?
It's gray area.
We'll look into that and we'll put a note. I'll have Sam or me or somebody will put a note in our emails about that when we find out for sure on that. Because that's like, okay, if they can take a heat away and they're going to take a Tahoe away, they're going to learn what vehicles can have grapplers, and they're going to start requesting, hey, this vehicle can't be here or this vehicle can't be here. And they always bitch about the time shit. Well, I don't know what to tell you about being timed. I mean, everything's going to be on a time limit. You request no grapple, you might get a 3-minute time limit.
that needs to be cleared up with a whole lot of deputies, because as of right now, a lot of them they'll say no grappler, and then after like the 3-4 minute marker, I'm like, well, can I get them now? They're like, no, they requested no. Same thing needs to kind of be put in place for spikes as well.
Well, technically, here's the deal on that. No spikes. The 2-minute timer goes on them just like a pit timer. So if we've got units up north and they're coming down the highway, I suggest spike that thing.
Yeah,
because they got free right of passage.
Weeks ago and got yelled at for it.
For the love of God, people, if they request free passage, do not tell them that's not a request. Let them request it because they think it's a one. Let them take it. You know, it's a given for every criminal. They get free passage. But if they want to sit here and say, I want free passage and no grappler, well, guess what? Heat, pit, spikes are all free game. You know, they're going to say they don't want no air one quite a bit unless we keep it off because they don't think about it if it's not hovering overhead. So we try and land it off the scene a little ways and wait till we hear what's going on. So they kind of forget about it, out of sight, out of mind type deal. Yeah, go ahead.
Back to like the so like if they don't say no spikes, are we allowed to put spike strips in front of the people?
No, you are not allowed to spike. Never not allowed to spike it
Because they
immediately.
can just go right back into the building and shoot the hostage.
Yeah, you're right.
So what you do is if they say no spikes, that's what I said. You get units. We start patrolling more units up north. You radio ahead. Hey, we're coming down Sonora Freeway, Mock Jesus, we need spike strips at Sandy exit. You know, that way a unit can get out there and spike the highway in front of Sandy.
Now, obviously, we can't put spikes in front of their vehicles here, but what about these units that are kind of just around us? What if they were to go down a little bit up the road and then put spikes? Like a block or two up the road.
You can, but I mean, it's one of those deals where I'm hoping we don't have more than 10 carts inside city limits when this all goes down. Everybody's spread out across the map.
Right.
You know.
So, but now if no spikes is one of their demands, wouldn't that take effect for the whole chase?
It'd be just delayed. It'd be just like the grapple, just like the pit. It's just delayed for 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
You know?
That needs to be made more known, though, because, like I said, a lot of officers are like, "Oh, no means no."
Well, because that's what it's always been. People have been hammered. No means no. But here's the deal: that comes from the criminals bitching and whining because we OPM all the time. But it's to the point now. Yeah, if you guys haven't noticed throughout the department, the open fire order has been opened up a little bit to everybody. You know. We are getting where we don't give them a chance to dig in as easy. You know, they're getting smarter about it. You know, they won't really get, So if that one, which we'll cover, like I said, I'll do that another night. I'm not going to do it tonight. We'll do a pursuit shoot where we teach people how to shoot out a car. If you're doubled up in a car, shooting's a breeze. So, and you can do a lot of damage with a pistol real quick. But
cars don't like bullet holes in them.
Yeah, that's true. Now, do a lot of the criminals
shot to the engine block?
Now, do a lot of the criminals know that even though they request no spikes, no air one or something like that, do they know that it's just delayed, that it's not a possibility that they're not gonna have?
A lot of that will be answered tomorrow. Woods is flying in tomorrow, and I'm gonna ask him a bunch of questions.
Yeah, like I said, when we get the.
For right now, let's just roll with what we know, and then we'll get official answers hopefully in the next couple of days.
Because I know, like, I don't want them to see. I don't want to see like the criminals. Well, we said no spikes, no air one, but yet spikes were set up on Los Santos Freeway 5 minutes later.
Well, that's 5 minutes down the road. I mean, that's.
I mean, technically, how are they going to harm the hostage 5 minutes later?
Exactly.
That's true. I mean, if we're pointing this only towards us, if we're only giving it to them so they don't shoot the hostage, then all this needs to be clarified.
That's the only thing we really care about is the fucking
Yeah.
hostage. Fuck
Woods
them.
will be in city tomorrow. We'll be able to ask him all the questions we have.
I mean, I've always been told by everybody in departments that, our demands, their demands, and what we give them is, we can lie to them.
It's a negotiation.
So it's not like we have to do what we say. But that's what it used to say. I don't know if that's what Woods is going to keep with, but that's what I've heard. So.
And real quick, if we do it for about, can you do it about 5 minutes? A quick rundown there, Decker?
I could do it in about 10 if you give me 10.
That's up to them. I said no more than an hour. That'd be our hour mark.
Well, actually, it's fine. They can hang out for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
there
we
we
started
go.
a little bit.
I mean, personally.
Yeah, we started a little bit later, so.
Yeah, so let's do whatever.
So what I'll do, I'll turn the floor over to Deckard. Deckard is the SWAT. He's also a SWAT member. He's also the negotiator. He can talk circles around most people I know. So
pretty much the lead negotiator for the department.
And he's going to start holding classes from periodically for people that want to learn how to negotiate, and then we're going to make it mandatory for for everybody to at least take one of his classes, just like it'll be mandatory for everybody to take one of the SWAT shooter classes. That's going to be one thing we're going to get into as we keep getting
CID
numbers.
and crime scene investigation class.
You should also have a class for people to drive.
Yep, that's the driving.
I think
That's
tomorrow.
getting
I
worked
think
on
me-
right now.
Yeah, I think me and Kenny are
Because I
working
know
on
half
an
the
eval.
department can drive.
Yeah, I mean it's just gonna be one of those deals, stuff like that. Like I said, it's not gonna be a big deal like this. It's gonna be they're gonna say, hey, get on the radio, or I'm gonna get on the radio, or Sam's gonna get on and say, I need so and so, so and so, and so and so to meet us somewhere. We're gonna pull 3 or 4 at a time. That way everybody else can still be patrolling. We're not really hurting the department, and if they do need something, we can be there pretty quick. So
I don't know how many of you were with Lieutenant Lyons training at the Fort Zancudo. It was like 3 hours long. Never happen
that's
again.
not gonna happen.
3-hour trainings. I wanted to kill myself by the end of that. Like it was bad.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
I mean, I try and make
that was
things
terrible.
quick, but then I get to discussing. It takes time to get everybody set up, so mine are gonna be. I try and keep them an hour or less. But this is gonna be a little over. But I'm gonna give the floor to Deckard.
Sax,
That way
you need to attend every driving class there is.
Facts.
Don't.
Yeah,
I'll just
so can
take my
everybody
desk
hear
job.
me?
Yep.
As long as everybody can hear me. For those that don't know me, Corporal Deckard. As Russell had stated there before, SWAT negotiator. I am also trained IRL in negotiations as well. So we'll make this quick and easy real quick. Does everybody know what negotiating is or what negotiations are?
It's a fucking art.
It's pretty much. So basically, just quick definition of what negotiating is. It's basically a discussion in which 2 or more parties attempt to reach an agreement through what they call bargaining. Right? Everybody knows, in everybody's experience, negotiations, whether it was for a new job, whether it was for a pay increase at your job, new businesses, do a lot of negotiating with vendors, and then obviously, law enforcement has, a big play in negotiations as well. So there's 2 types of negotiation approaches. You got your distributive negotiations, and then you have your integrative negotiations. Now those are the 2 main approaches that you kind of want to focus on, and then there's like subcategories within that. So basically, a quick distributive negotiation is basically we call it in the real world zero-sum negotiation or a win-lose negotiation. Basically, one person's bargaining with another person, and it only succeeds if one person wins and one person loses, right? And it's usually in regards to a single issue.
Well, that guy just pulled up.
And then, so the 3 main tips that I usually like to teach are tip number 1, be persistent.
Really sucks.
He
When
literally
you're
said just
taking
stay here,
a
sir.
distributive approach to negotiations, be persistent and polite. Assertiveness can also help you fulfill your interests. Be the one to make the first offer. In a distributive negotiation, you want to make the first offer, begin the bargaining, and that's going to help you in your situation, and that's going to help you become that person who wins that negotiation. And don't communicate your minimum favorable outcomes, right? So it's important to aim high in your negotiations to ensure that you're going to have successful bargaining. You can withhold any information on the minimum that you're willing to accept from the bargaining to help you with the best results. So those are 3 main tips for distributive negotiation. Now you have your second one, which is integrative negotiation. And that's basically your win-win situation, right? Your collaborative negotiation, where both parties are going to attempt to reach a mutually beneficial solution, unlike your distributive negotiations where you only have that win-lose situation. And like there's a few tips that I like to teach students for integrative negotiation is you always want to take a principled approach for this. So discuss your principles during that negotiation to basically build your trust with that other party. You kind of want to bring them in, build that trust with them, because then it's going to be easier in the long run when you get to your closure point of your negotiations. Discuss your needs and your interests openly. Make sure you're communicating your goals. be transparent with what you want to come out of the situation, and make sure you leave it in a positive relationship. And then the third tip that I like to teach is, make sure you use your bargaining to solve problems. Um, in integrative negotiation, both parties can use negotiations as an opportunity to kind of collaborate on the problem solving. And then, so those are basically your two main approaches, and that's what's commonly used in today's society. As far as like your different types of negotiation, like I said, you have four different types. You have principled, and then you have team negotiation. You have multi-party negotiation,
Yeah, thanks
and
for
then you have
tuning
your
in.
adversarial negotiation.
Leave a like, comment,
And
share.
just to kind of briefly
Hit
go
that
over these
subscribe.
real
Appreciate
quick,
it.
your principled negotiation is basically a type of bargaining that uses the parties'
Just doing
principles
some
or interests
negotiation training right
to reach
now.
that agreement. It often focuses on conflict resolution. You see this a lot with law enforcement, around the city and stuff like that. Because a lot of the times when two parties mutually benefit from each other, um, it ends in a better situation in the long run. Um, and the mutual gain is just that much higher. You kind of want to focus on interests. Like I said, identify and communicate your motives. Um, excuse me. Um, and then the third little tip for you is, you want to separate your emotions from the issues. Um, you can reduce your emotional responses and personality conflicts by focusing on issues rather than how the problems make you feel. So obviously, you got two hostages inside of a bank, yeah, you're gonna have some emotions, but as a negotiator, you want to set your emotions to the side, focus on your goals, and focus on the conflict resolution, right? And then you want to objectify the parties in principled negotiation. Objectify your criteria as a baseline for negotiations. You can include whether it's laws or industry standards. Use your expert opinions. You can use that as criteria for the baseline start of your negotiations. Um, and then, so the second type of negotiation is team negotiation. So, and obviously, in a team negotiation, you're going to have multiple people bargaining toward an agreement on each side of the negotiation. Obviously, you're going to want your leader in that team to negotiate, make the final decisions during the negotiations. Then you're going to have an observer. The observer pays attention to what the other party's team during what the other party's team is doing during a negotiation. Kind of discussing their observations with the leader and stuff like that. You're going to have a relator, which is going to work on building the relationship with the other team members during that negotiation. Um, then you're going to have somebody who we call as a recorder, is just basically someone taking notes. You're going to have the critic, which it might sound like a negative kind of thing, but having a critic on the team during negotiations can help you understand an agreement's concessions and other negative results. So your critic might go up to your relator and say, "Hey, this could end up, going this way, or this could end up going that way." They're pretty much, opinion based. Um, that can also help that leader, make that final decision. And then you're gonna have a builder. You're gonna have, a person who creates the deal or creates the package for a bargaining team. This is, basically what you're gonna be. The creator, the builder is gonna be the one setting out your main goals, right? Okay, so our main goal is to get the hostage out safe, get the suspects in custody, right? Your builder is going to be the one to come up with all those ideas and all those goals, and they're going to relay that, to the rest of the team. All while, performing your daily functions during negotiations, and kind of calculating the cost of what can go wrong, and what could go right. So, your third type of negotiation is going to be multi-party negotiation. You don't really see that in law enforcement too much. This is more towards like the, um, industry side of things with other fields of careers and everything like that. But
you're basically going to have a bargaining or negotiation between multiple department leaders in like a large company. You're going to have fluctuating BATNAs, and we use the term BATNAs, which basically, oh God, why am I having a brain fart? BATNA pretty much stands for best alternative to a negotiated agreement, right? So that's going to be like, what is your best alternatives to this agreement, and what are you gonna, what are you coming out on top with? Your coalition formation basically is just another challenge of multi-party negotiations. These guys might form alliances or coalitions that can add to the complexity of the bargaining and can set a specific set of terms to help all parties reach an agreement. And then your fourth type of negotiation is going to be adversarial negotiation. Is basically it's sort of like the distributive approach, right? How we spoke a little bit on earlier, which is basically the most aggressive party in the negotiation achieves that agreement that serves in their interest. And that can come in forms of hard bargaining, future promises, or loss of interest. Hard bargaining is basically a strategy in which party refuses to kind of compromise in those agreements. We see that a lot through the law enforcement side, obviously. Sometimes subjects just are like, no, we don't, that's not going to work for us, right? So you kind of have to come to a collective agreement on that. You got your future promises, right? So we use this tactic a lot by basically lying and promising, the suspect a certain outcome, which may not always be the case, but we're only doing it to our benefit. And they can counteract the tactic, by asking for like the future promise in like a writing or something like that, but they're not, they don't care about that. And then obviously the loss of interest, right? So another adversarial negotiation tactic, in which the party pretends they've lost interest in pursuing an agreement. That's going to make the suspect or the other party feel like they won, but it was just kind of handed to them or given to them, right? So it's going to make them feel like, well, I kind of just, it was handed to me. This isn't how I wanted to earn it, So they're gonna, they're gonna come back at you and, kind of bring up the negotiations a little bit. And then, so that's pretty much your two types, or that's your two approaches and your four types of negotiations. A couple other little tips real quick while we finish up is, always ask open-ended questions during negotiations. What services are you willing to offer, or, what can we do for you, to, down the situation and come to an agreement here. So that's pretty much, just a few of the things. You always want to aim for a win-win scenario. Always consider the timing. And that's pretty much all I got for you in regards to negotiations. Like Russell said, I'll be holding more in-depth trainings and everything like that for those of you that are interested, and wanting to learn more about negotiations and stuff like that. So, anybody got any questions? I know it's fucking boring. Excuse my language. It's it's not a fun thing to learn, but it's important to know. And if you're gonna be seeing command, I recommend at least going through at least one or two of my classes. That way you have an idea on how to handle situations. Anybody got any questions?
Nope.
No? Sounds good. I appreciate it, y'all.
Thank you.
Russell?
Alright, I know someone fell asleep. No
Ah.
offense, Duggan.
I know, I'm
I
sure
know
all
one
of
of
you
you
did.
fuckers did. I know one of you fuckers did.
But let's get back out there. Like I said, just keep in mind. So we'll go through more of this as we go along, a little bit more in depth. But this is kind of a quick overview how we're set up right now in front. Is the best approach to it, and try and mimic that to the best ability, and never forget about that back door back there.
What about this
Speaking of which, where is that back door?
Yeah, isn't there
also a door on the front side as well?
Yeah,
There's a side door over here, but if you've got units parked out here, you're gonna be able to see them.
Can't really see it. All right, come on, Mr. Clean.
Anyone heard from Webb recently?
Let's get it. Before we leave. Oh,
Have you guys heard from Webb recently?
he was on earlier.
Oh,
Was
really?
earlier today.
Sent him an email like 4 or 5 days ago about, interested in joining SWAT, and he just never got back.
Just talk to Fitz. He's the co-commander. He can get you into.
Fitz, okay.
Or Joe Russell,
Russell? Oh,
the guy who led the training today, pretty much.
oh, okay. Okay, I'll go talk to him.
They finally got.
Everybody go back 10-8, get back on duty. Let's make some memories and kill some people.
That's not how that goes.
Hey, Russell.
Debatable.
So I sent an email to Webb a couple days ago about joining SWAT. He never got back to me. I don't know if something you can help with.
Meet me up there. What it is, we do tryouts every so often, and then we hand pick out of those tryouts who we actually take.
Alright.
There's some stuff going on right now. I will get with Sam. I'm gonna post a deal probably tonight or tomorrow about doing one Saturday.
Okay.
So a tryout, which anybody is, rank-wise, frankly available. Can come to the tryouts, but just because you're at the tryout does not mean you're going to make it.
Yeah.
We literally run, and what you can ask Boyd, we've got a pretty gnarly series of tests we run everybody through. And then we take, we pick the fusion, because we only have room for a certain amount of people on our SWAT team.
Yeah. But you don't know if you don't try, right?
Exactly. And one thing about trying is, even in the tryouts, you're going to learn some very cool shooting techniques.
2 more spots if someone else needs a ride.
Yeah.
That we use as SWAT, which I said that's all stuff we go over.
Alright.
So.
I'm in the bank.
Oh yeah, so I'll be on the lookout in the emails for that.
Yep.
That being
It'll
that
be posted
being
it'll be in our actual PD Discord is where it'll be posted.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Yep.
All right, let's get out there. Training is over.
Any FTOs gonna be in the city? We got a cadet that needs. Ox, you wanna cadet over?
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I want him, but I'm tired of. And I may go to bed. I can take
Not a him.
a she? Oh wait, hang on. If it's who I think, then yeah, I'll take her.
That's the
That doesn't sound desperate at all.
spirit we want to hear from our FTOs. Interesting. You only take him if you like somebody. Won't take him if we need him. Okay, got it.
Jesus.
I'll be go for a training 10-8.
Ten-4. So 804 plus 1 en route to station for repaired and a drop off this cadet.
.602 is gonna head up patrol Sandy Polito way.
I'll be same track.
F54, same traffic.
deactivating as he's going to be on active FTO right.
Thank you, Fox, for doing your job, Freddy.
Not 804 to 554. Where you at?
You passed me.
Oh, well, I'll meet you up top then.
en route to that stolen vehicle.
I have to fire Fox.
804 is going to be back tonight and responding to the latest stolen vehicle.
Uh, 554 plus 1, we're going to be 97, code 3 to latest stolen vehicle. It's going to be a black and colored Gladiator.
Code 4 is going to be at the stolen vehicle 9005. Show me en route to the latest wind scratching.
Before arriving on scene, downgrade to code 1, please. I got a white and colored Mustang leaving the area. Yeah, 1080, white and colored Mustang, Del Perro Freeway. He's opposite lanes of travel. He's eastbound Del Perro Freeway.
Northbound or southbound? Del Perro?
Southbound Del Perro. I'm on him right now. Still southbound Del Perro.
602 is going to stage up on the Sandy exit in case he comes this way.
Now on, for some reason not telling me this highway. The highway
We're headed towards
between,
LFIA. On the big bridge, big green bridge.
753 will be right by that bridge.
We're sent he threw it off the side. Keep eyes on him while I go around.
Getting out of the vehicle.
He's under the bridge, under the bridge. That unit, that truck is under that bridge. A Tahoe that just pulled up. He was under that bridge.
Ooh, give me 1 sec, guys.
Is it the guy in a vest? A black guy with a vest with a white text?
Where's he at?
I don't know. Oh, this guy's on radio with the guy that's running from you guys.
Go for it, gonna clear the vehicle.
Yeah, apparently he went south on the canals or whichever way you're. I don't fuck.
We'll just head back to patrolling.
I got eyes on him. He's in the Gladiator. The Gladiator came from the location as well. When the original call went out. It's up here on the bank.
That Gladiator likes to ambush, so be careful.
That's not supposed to happen.
So have we got that guy that jumped off the bridge in custody? Okay, 10-9, is there one in the bridge? Does that dude need to be arrested, or the guy in the Gladiator? I'm with the guy that's on top of the bridge. He's talking to the guy that's under the bridge at the moment, running from you guys. There's also a car that's staged up here with blue underglow that's just kind of looking at us from across the road. It's kind of sketchy. So... the guy appears advisedly. He thinks he's pretty close.
We're in a bush somewhere.
Opie. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a drone.
Hey, Union, that Tahoe, stay with me. Be advised, that guy in the blue collar's taking off. Might know something.
What's this, 20?
Alright, I got a drone up, stand by. I got a heat signature. Might be a cop though, hold on. Definitely not a cop. There's a guy in a bush down here. Pretty much right under the drone right now. He's running me in a bush.
Be advised.
We're following your drone right now.
He's like right here in a bush, right here in a bush, like right here in front of you guys. There's a giant bush right here in front of the drone.
I got it.
Yeah, there's a heat signature coming from that.
Someone tase him!
Shots fired.
Tase him!
Got one running. Blue collar.
Hey, let's try to clear out from these canals. There's multiple vehicles in this area. Let's get them hooked up and sent.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
307, what's the status on your 80?
He took off in a blue car. Name's gonna be
3
Sam
p.m.
Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
555 or 554 plus 1 is going to be breaking off. Just running on foot again.
Easy.
He's not gonna be able to prevent himself from falling.
Just easy.
Make sure you read him his rights.
Who was the arresting officer?
Who comes
You were first on scene, I'm pretty sure.
Actually, yeah, I'll take him because I got a cadet. Seen this one.
10-4.
Back to 8.
Four is gonna be en route to HQ for repairs.
Oh, I see Guerrero on the.
10-4.
I see a.
559. We'll be trying to track down a vehicle. It's going to be a white Camaro. We're heading west on Great Ocean Highway. He's on the railroad tracks going behind the Cluck and Bell.
The Cluck and Bell in Polito?
10-4. The chicken factory.
10-4, do you need any additionals?
Somebody up here was already chasing him. I just attached.
Yeah, I lost him. You said he turned off back there?
He turned off back here and went up into the train tracks, but I didn't see him past the Cluck and Bell farms. Factory.
He went onto the train tracks and
905 is 1015.
That's 10-4. Sax, he went off.
I was one to station.
passed me at 192.
What was the description of the vehicle?
It's gonna be a white Camaro with racing stripes. They look like they were red racing stripes.
And 4. Eight to 4 en route.
What's the description of the vehicle that was up in Plato?
White 2-door, red pinstripe.
.307, is there an active AD anywhere?
Negative at this time that I know of.
Five 554 is 23 at station. We're gonna be 10-6 for booking for 10 mics.
4.
Fucking mic's been muted.
It's gonna be the last known on that Charger. One's pulling into Polito now.
The last known of that Camaro was 1009. He took the tracks. I'm not sure where he went after that. I lost him.
You get a description of the person itself, too?
Negative. I mean, the guy was hauling ass.
Alright, there's a dude in all black on a motorcycle pulling out of Polito over by the gas station right now.
You guys looking for a creepy looking van?
It's a white 2-door, two-tone vehicle.
We saw a creepy looking van outside of out of Polito parking, reaching into the back of his trunk. I think it's a dash van, probably, not gonna lie.
I think that dude's with the Reapers. He didn't have a cut on, but he's in a car, so.
17 is gonna be. 17 is gonna be on a 1080. It looks like a 2-door black Bugatti. It's gonna be 8095 Bay City Avenue. No additions.
1080.
Yeah, 1080. Did you see?
Sorry, Alright, 10-11.
06
Brandon starting for a second.
306 559 direct.
Go ahead.
I've got a Jason Cody looking for you.
What's your 20?
Gonna be a Polito gas station.
I take it it's this gentleman here in the bike.
10-4.
Oh, I need some
I
action.
don't know what that guy's deal is, but he's like, I'll give you a 5-second head start to get in your car, and then he just takes off.
Where do you clock on duty at in the station? Never mind.
Spoke too soon.
My only guess is that guy took off down south out of Polito.
I just came from
I
there
came
and
up
I
from
didn't
that
see
side,
him.
yeah. Had to pass me because I responded fast as fuck.
559, I'll be trying to chase down a black sports bike who passed me doing 180. Yep, he's 1050, he's 1050.
Yeah, he cut right in front of me going.
Alright, I'm going to sit on the fucking highway.
Taser deployed, taser deployed. Alright, we're gonna be code 4, one in custody.
One, were you looking for a white two?
Yes.
We've got it up here in Polito. There's postal 1007, 1007. He's under the cover.
Oh, he's coming out. He's at the train tracks right here, just going back and forth.
Polito 4 en route. 17's back to Nate from that 10-11's code 4. Do you need any additionals up there?
You guys look at this guy. He's right under 1007. He's on the dirt roads near the pump site.
1080 with a BMW, dark in color. Seems to be an old model. 3 suspects in vehicle.
Where you at?
I think he's stuck. Del Perro Freeway. 1 additional, preferably.
17's en route.
10-4.
307, hold the we got one at gunpoint.
Right next to her, one. Right next to her. He's taking off, taking off, taking off. Going
Going back into police. Stand by. Negative, heading back onto Sonora Freeway. Gonna be heading southbound Sonora Freeway towards Grave.
I'm gonna lay spikes. I'm just right here outside of the tunnel.
If you can do it quick, you better lay them quick.
Do it now, do it.
Just let us know what lanes they're in.
10 seconds.
Right lane, right lane,
5
right lane.
seconds.
He just ran me over. He just struck an officer.
Shots.
Anybody coming to my location?
It's opposite lanes of travel. Opposite lanes of travel. I'm not with him.
1050. Pick 1050.
Priority right now. You might be alone for.
602 is gonna set up spikes.
Lethal's authorized to be ran an officer over.
Stand by. Don't just open fire for fun. Stand by. 70, 10-7.
He's running. Tied in the.
Did he 1050 out?
Get it,
1070, 1070. Right under Air 1. One tased, one tased. One is cuffed.
Oh, I don't get no fun.
One in custody.
No fun for this guy.
Units arriving can reduce.
No fun for this guy.
Good tase though, by the way.
You know it. Who was primary on this original call?
Decker,
no.
Take him.
806 started pursuit on the original on the first one.
10-5. I'm on a 10-11 on our black sports bike ×1. I'm wearing all black. This one's needed. Nearest postal is gonna be 2055.
1 to 753. Do you still need addition?
For the suspect, the driver of the vehicle actually jumped off the bridge. I don't see him down there. My other suspects are saying that he had a parachute.
Jesus, copy.
What's your score to any unit? Can I get a cover from mile marker J? Sub 59 is en route to mile marker J.
Step out to the units in Toledo Bay. Y'all looking for Jason Cody?
Air 1 is 97. A shots fired in Sandy Shores on Marina.
Sub 59 is going to respond to those shots fired, but sorry. 710's in route as well.
We're away.
806, same traffic.
Air 1's on scene. Shots fired. Stand by.
Burberry, I got a 1080 on a black sports bike belonging to a Jason Cody going down Sonora Freeway, headed back into the city.
He's just baiting. I just let him do him at this point.
Copy. Just cut it loose. He's been baiting for the past half hour. We got a guy standing here with a. I don't see a weapon, but with a Bugatti on Marina Drive.
759.
This is the guy who was assisting the guy to get away from us earlier over when he was heading the boat. He's wearing a Reaper security vest.
Do we...
573, I'm still needing an additional here at Del Perro Freeway.
Comes back to a Sam Thomas.
Or close for his arrest point. We be took out a warrant for his arrest this morning.
Cut the stream short.
We're run a GSR test on him through your Flex F1 thing, so we can get a positive GS.
The male down here saying a local randomly started shooting at him and he returned fire. He's hit once in the back, he says.
.602's got a good 10-7, 10-42. You guys have a good night.
Good night, boss.